Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make these Alice in Wonderland inspired teacup cake holders. All the pieces are going to be in the description below. They're in SVG, so you can do it with either your Cricut, Silhouette, or any other cutter you have. And if you do not have a cutter, you can always print them out and use an X-Acto knife. Let's get started. We're going to start with our materials, which everything is going to be in a link in the description box for you to download in both PDF and SVG if you have a cutter. Here are our pieces. These pieces right here are done with the print and cut feature from the Cricut, since that's what I have. My printer does not print on cardstock, so I printed backings to my print and cut pieces, just like that. So these are all the materials. You're gonna need this cup. I just used it to bond the glue in the middle of the cup, and then of course glue. Tape and scissors. You can use any adhesive that you want. You want something that is a quick dry. You can use a glue gun, a adhesive roller, but just use something that's quick dry. So I'll post the link in the description below. We're gonna start with the Mad Hatter cupcake cup holder. And these are the pieces that you're gonna need. We want to start with gluing the blue piece onto the green. The backing is your actual cup, and this is the stripe on the hat. And these pieces are the bottom of your cup. So let's start with gluing these together. And you want the little flaps to be on the inside, like that. Just hold it for a second. The 10/16 square, you don't want it centered. You're gonna want it either to the right or to the left, but just a little bit off-centered. So we're going to glue the blue piece. And we're going to also put glue on this. And we want to lay this right on top of the little ridges, because you're going to bend those, and that's going to be glued to the bottom of your cup, and just a little off. And don't worry if you get glue outside of the lines. Quick dry dries clear. So now we're gonna bend these down and glue this little tab, goes under. Like so. Like I said, don't worry about the glue. It will dry clear. Now this is your bottom piece. You're going to glue little saucer. Onto the circle. And then from the circle to your cup. And this is where you can use any object, just to make sure your tabs are all the way down and sticking to the bottom of your cup. You can go back and add some hot glue just to make sure it sticks really well. So there you go. That's it for this one. Okay, so these are the pieces for our Cheshire Cat. Okay, so my printer does not print on cardstock, so I had to cut the silhouette of my tail on the Cricut. But here are my two printed pieces. You're gonna want to print two that are opposites, so you can glue them together so you can see the tail from both sides. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna glue that together. There it is. Now let's glue together the head. This is quick drying, so it doesn't give you a lot of time to wiggle it around if you put a thin layer of the glue. So, all right, let's glue the tail. You want to make sure the flap is on the inside. Double check that before you tape your tail. So you're gonna do it like that, and you wanna fold the flaps and tape them down. There it is. And now we're going to fold these little tabs at the bottom end and glue the flap on the inside. And you don't want to fold the flap because otherwise you're gonna have oblong cup, and you don't want that. Unless your cupcakes look like that, then go for it. Now to do the bottom part. While that dries, so now that it's completely dried, you want to play with these depending on how big your cupcake is. So just measure about right there and a cut. And you're gonna cut two that are the same size. And then we only need three. This middle one needs to be longer than the rest. Let's glue our small ones first. Now the middle one's gonna be a little longer. Just a little. Right there. If you want to do the middle one first, you can. That way it covers the seam. And then you can just do the sides evenly. And we're gonna take one of the small pieces we cut off and make a little accordion. Because it's going to give the little head some depth. And you're gonna place it in between the middle and the far left. You want to make sure that the fold you're gluing onto the cup is facing up, so it holds the head up like that instead of going downward, and just a little tilted. Just like that. And there it is. That is so cute. Now, to put in your cupcake, you're just gonna open the little flaps like that. Just like that. Cheshire. Cheshire. I just have to say it one time, right? One time. All right. Cheshire. Cheshire. I think I should have been practicing that word this whole time. Because I don't know if I'm saying it right. Okay. Cheshire. Disclaimer, English is my second language. I don't know how to pronounce Cheshire Cat.